Welcome back, Strategic Angling fans. This is episode number 39 of Strategic Angling, presented by K&K True Value in Bettendorf, Iowa. The gigantic head in the middle of your screen, that's me. I'm Brady Hanna. I am the host, and I am the one on today's episode. So I'm kind of keeping with the theme of just talking on a weekly basis about what's kind of gone on. Skipped last week, so we got 2 weeks to cover. I've been doing a little fishing. I got some news to report about current conditions. Some things have been happening in the off season, mostly acquisitions on companies. Not a lot of news is out yet on guys like switching tours and everything, but we'll keep you up to date on all of that. But the first thing I want to talk about is current conditions. So I was out all day yesterday. Water temp on the Mississippi River was right around hovering between 46 in the morning, 49 in the afternoon. It's getting colder, but that does not mean the fish are done eating. Quite the opposite. We had a pretty good day yesterday. Had a great day on Friday of last week. That's kind of why I skipped the episode. I was out fishing. My bad. Don't tell Matt. Fish are biting, fish are feeding. Now, we've been finding a lot of smallmouth with some largemouth mixed in. We've mostly been fishing current spots, primarily wing dams. I think, I don't know where the largemouth are at yet. We've been catching a few, but predominantly smallmouth. So wing dam fishing was something I've done a little bit of, but it's a great way to catch a lot of fish. It's just a numbers game. So, for example, on Friday, we hit 10 wing dams. 3 or 4 of them had a lot of fish. The other 6, nothing. I think a lot of that is due to the current water levels. So, one little lesson I learned last week, Friday the water level was at high 4s, I think, on pool 13. I went out there Wednesday, it actually had come up. So the current spots that we actually caught a lot of fish in on Friday didn't hold any fish. I don't know if that was because the current was ripping through there quicker, just didn't set up the way they wanted, but I was like, okay, these spots don't have fish, so let's go try the ones, that the current seemed a little too slow on Friday. Let's go check those. So we checked 2 of those, wouldn't you know it, loaded with fish. We have been catching these fish on the wing dams with jerk baits, above the wing dam, below the wing dam. It didn't seem to matter. You just had to kind of play the time of day. Sometimes they'd be feeding up on top of the wing dam. Sometimes they'd be feeding below the wing dam in the calm water. It seemed like the wing dams that were better for us came all the way into the bank and only had maybe a trolling motor head width of water over the top of them. So I would say go out, keep fishing. I know it's hunting season. I know there's lots of stuff to be doing, but wing dam fishing, give it a try. Jerk baits, spinner baits, tubes. I'll flash a very interesting picture. I've been going with a guy named Nathan, and we've been out looking at crawfish when we snagged something and had to get a jerk bait off the shore. And I'll flash a picture of what a crawfish looks like on pool 13. It makes a lot of sense as to why, this K&K tube or the coffee tube is working from these companies, because those look a lot like a crawfish that they're eating. I was very surprised to see the blue on the claws. It's interesting to me because earlier this year, those claws were orange. So those crawfish really do change colors, and maybe this whole bait maker thing, everybody's buying a million different colors. I mean, I think I need to open up my horizons to a few more at least, as far as crawfish colors go. So get out, try wing dams, try wintering holes. These fish I think are kind of towards maybe the tail end of that fall feed period. I hope not, but we're still catching pretty good numbers. But just look for those wing dams with good depth behind them, but they're not, the water comes over 18, 24 inches, so it slows it down quite a bit, funnels food over, but it's not ripping. They don't have to work really hard to sit behind them. So I would say go out, try wing dams. These fish are starting to move towards those wintering holes, I think. National news, I saw Gary Yamamoto finally sold his bait company, probably one of the most prolific soft plastic bait makers ever. I hope this drives down the cost of a Senko. Maybe I'll go back to using those things. And then Bassmaster Opens wrapped up. Jacob Porosnik did qualify. Nick LeBrun won the Grand Lake with a great final day throwing a whopper plopper. That's a great way to catch fish around here, especially in the fall. Imitates shad, imitates dying bait. Really fun bait as well to fish. Whopper plopper is a very popular bait, and it's always fun to see these guys win, high-level tournaments throwing predominantly stuff you and I enjoy. So Local news, Harvester Bass Club's trying to get a meeting together. I think QC Bass already had a meeting. Twin Rivers already had a meeting recently. But Harvester Bass is looking for people to run events and potentially take over the club. Same Lost Groves League is chugging line right along. We should be good for next season. Not a whole lot of changes there. But yeah, I just wanted to update you guys on current conditions, national news and local news. Not a whole lot of local news. Some national news. Mike Iaconelli's posted about where he's going to be next year, so it sounds like he's going to fish a major circuit. I mean, he's a part owner of Major League Fishing, but he also requalified somehow for the Bassmaster Series. So he's got a big decision to make. Go with what you know and own part of, or go back to where you kind of got your start. So it'll be interesting to see what he does. As far as rods go, I've been throwing the jerkbait on the Dobbins 684 Champions Series CB. A nice little crankbait reel that works great for a jerkbait. Nathan was actually using the Champion 683C, and his did fairly well with the jerkbait. I would just say if you're getting a jerkbait specific setup around here, you kind of want to be in that 6'6" to 6'8" rod length. Just makes it a lot easier on yourself. Paired mine with a Corrado 70. I like that this reel this year. It fits a lot easier in the hand. My arm doesn't get so tired having a nice light setup. So yeah, not a whole lot new to report. Go out, try jerkbait on a wing dam, and let me know how you do. We'll catch you next week.